Right, this is question 6 at the end of the those questions from the other week, and this is a projectiles question. Um, you've got a golf ball being fired up at 30 meters per second at an angle of 60 degrees to the horizontal, and the first part is asking you to work out what the vertical component of that velocity is, and this is a trigonometry thing. So you've got an overall velocity, a resultant of 30, so we can turn that into a triangle, and there's a vertical component that way and a horizontal component that way. So if we're using soccer turf like that, the vertical component is the opposite side, so we're going to be using the equation sine of theta is opposite over hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is 30, so it'll be 30 times sine of 60 equals the vertical component. So that would be 30 sine 60, 25.98. So I'm going to say 26 meters per second. And then the time taken for the ball to reach the maximum height. The height is vertical motion, so that's the speed we're going to be using. This part, we're not going to worry about the 30 at all. To sue that question, and when the golf ball is at its maximum, its vertical velocity will be nothing, so go up and then come back down. And at its maximum height there, it's neither up nor down, so it's going at 0 meters per second. With any SUVAC question, we write out this. S is the displacement. In this part, we don't know what the displacement. We're not trying out yet, so that's a don't know, don't care. U is the initial vertical velocity. That'll be 20. V is the final vertical velocity. That'll be 0. A is 9.8. So the golf ball will be accelerating downwards at 9.8 meters per second, and it's travelling upwards at 26 meters per second initially. Time, that's what we're trying to find out. So to that equation, which has t in but not s, that's going to be v equals u at 0. Then we're going to sub our numbers in. It's 26 minus 0.8 t. So 26 equals 9.8 t. So t is going to be 26 over 9.8. Which is 2.7 seconds. And the last part is working out the maximum height, and it's another SUVAC thing, so we're going to write down our SUVAC letters. And this time we know everything apart from S, the displacement that we're trying to work out. So S is the maximum height, U is 26, that's the initial vertical velocity. It's still the vertical component because height is all about how the golf ball in this case is moving vertically. When the golf ball is at its maximum height, the vertical is 0. Acceleration is minus 9.8, so the golf ball starts upwards and it's accelerating the whole time downward. And then t, we know this 0.7, that's our from the previous part. Probably good if we can get away with not using our value of t and just stick to what we are a bit more sure of. So this we're going to be using is v equals u squared plus as, and then sub our v is 0, so 0 is 0, 6 squared plus 9.8, which is actually minus 9 into minus sign, times 5 to both sides. Sorry, not 5, it's 6 squared divided by 2 times 9.88. So that's 34.5 meters. And that sounds pretty sensible for a golf ball.